Yo, what's up everybody, it's Kate East and we're back with another Duet Night Abyss video. Today we're diving into one of Duet Night Abyss's most underrated but incredibly deep systems, the Geniemons. In this video, I'll show you absolutely everything you need to know, from how to unlock them, how to catch and upgrade them, where to get all the materials you need for them, the best ones to use, and some tips and tricks. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new, and let's jump right in. So what are Geniemon? In Duet Night Abyss, Geniemon are elemental companions that fight and explore alongside you. Each one has its own element type, ability, and passive trait, which can dramatically change how your team performs. They can be equipped, leveled up, and even synergized with your characters, making them essential for both solo players and co-op teams. To unlock Geniemons, you'll need to complete the Go Geniemons quest in the Ice Lake region. Once you finish it, the Geniemons menu becomes permanently available, opening up your full companion system. From that point on, you'll start spotting glowing light pillars in the overworld. These are Geniemon spawn points. To capture a Geniemon, approach it and offer it a treat. There are different types of treats, from common to rare. The higher the rarity, the better the catch chance. To get these treats, you're going to want to go to the forge and craft them, or get them from the shops and event shops. So what I would do is use the green food for 2 to 3 star Geniemons, use the blue for 4 star Geniemons, and use the purple for 5 star and shiny Geniemons. Some Geniemons like Broboxy are unique spawns found in fixed locations, like the Ice Lake Sewers East Chamber and Alonza Fortress. If you're just starting out, that's the one I would go for. Also, there's an interactive map that shows Geniemon spawns and materials that you'll need for upgrading. I'll put it in the description. Besides catching them in the wild, you can also find them in your commissions. Small events may pop up during a commission that will have you capture a Geniemon. Make sure to do these because you only get a total of 15 every couple days. But if you have friends, you can keep running commissions and capturing them as long as they haven't used all their attempts as well. Just make sure whose ever attempts you're running are the party leader. Then comes the capture minigame, a quick timing event. Nail it and the Geniemon joins your collection. Fail and you can try again the next day for the same Geniemon until you actually catch it. The Geniemon tend to respawn every 3 days or so don't forget to go back out into the world every so often to capture more. Also, don't ignore your green and low star Geniemon, as they can actually have high rarity traits attached to them. So make sure you're grabbing all of them. Geniemons generally fit into 3 categories. You have your combat types, which focus on damage, support types, which focus on healing and buffs, and your exploration types, which help you find loot and secrets. The key to mastering the system is switching them out depending on your mission type. There are also 3 different types of Geniemon, being Miraculous, Ardent, and Shiny. Every Geniemon also has their own element type, which are Anemo, Lumino, Hydro, Electro, Umbro, Pyro, and Neutral, which have no element. These elements will match your character's elements and will give boosts to each of them, so make sure you're matching your elements correctly. Every Geniemon has 3 main growth paths, being Level, which increases your base stats, Ascension, which raises the level cap, and Traits, which add extra bonuses. Leveling up improves strength. Ascending requires special materials like Yum Yum Milk. Gold Yum Yum Cream is hard to get, and you can only get 1 right now, so don't waste it. I'd use it on the Battle Pass Geniemon because you can't get dupes of them. Once ascended, Geniemons unlock more trait slots. One tip is that you can use non-shiny Geniemons to ascend shiny Geniemons. Also, do not use Geniemon to level other Geniemon because they're going to come in use later for traits. Most Geniemon have 3 trait slots, but shiny ones get 4, so make sure you aren't upgrading anything that isn't a shiny. You can also trade up 3 lower tier traits for 1 higher tier trait. So I wanted to go over a couple things that are actually in the Geniemon tab here. I wanted to go over active Geniemon and your inactive Geniemon. So the active Geniemon are the ones that you're actually going to equip to your character and that are going to be out with you when you're exploring or doing combat. And then your inactive Geniemons are just going to be ones that you use for traits to actually put onto your active Geniemon. So they go in these slots here. And yeah, you can just look and see all the inactive ones over here to see kind of what kind of traits they have. So like this one's got Timid, which gives you max shield, and it's a gold one. So there's going to be different tiers of traits actually, which I'm going to actually show you in the... Let's see, where is this? Traits. If I go to traits and I go to Geniemon Trait Archive, you can kind of see all the traits that you can get. and most of them are going to have a blue version, a purple, and a gold one. So if I go to, like, say timid here, you can see it has a blue one, which is going to give you only 8% right here for your max shield, and then it has a purple one which doubles and gives 16, and then the gold one, which is going to give actually 24%. So you're going to be looking to get the gold one, obviously. But yeah, all your traits are going to be in here. If you just go through them, you can kind of see what you need. There's a couple that don't have blue and purple traits, and they're just gold. So like this at peace, which is the auto reel in that you use for fishing. So that's a very good trait to find. If you have it, you're pretty lucky. Another one is going to be Deaf Tier, which is going to be for quick doing all the little puzzles. Like as you go in commissions, you kind of got to do the little puzzle when you operate at the little, whatever they are, the little systems that are on the ground. And I think them are the only two actually that you can't get in this purple or this blue form. And then I kind of wanted to go over a couple of different Geniemon as well, being the Bro Boxy here, which is going to give you auto pickup range for 20 meters. It's going to be XP gained from defeated enemies 10%, and a 10% chance to actually drop bonus loot. So this one, with combined with, let's say, where was it? If I go into traits here, if I would add frugal onto it, it would give me an extra 15% as well. So it's definitely good to run frugal on your Broboxy. And then another really good one is this shiny Zapyro here, which is going to restore sanity for yourself and your allies. Also going to give you pyro attack. So if you want to use it with someone like Lynn, this would be a very good Geniemon to use as well. And then this Pyrotail, it's actually going to spawn one of these volatile and one dewdrop and an ammo supply chest, and it's going to increase your skill duration for yourself and your allies by 20%, which is obviously a lot and could be used on a multiple different characters. It's also going to increase your pyro attack for your main character and the combat partners by 1.6%, and the stats provided by Demon Wedges. So it's going to help with your demon wedges as well. So this one's going to be a very good one for pyro characters like Lynn as well. Then I wanted to go over one of the very good Battle Pass Geniemon, which I actually chose this Electra Elf just because it restores 15 sanity to self and allies and increases their skill damage by 10% for 12 seconds. So it's probably the best Geniemon to use out of the Battle Pass, that if you're not going for like any of the elemental effects. And Mr. Goodnight, he's going to be a very good support Geniemon, so he's going to continuously heal self and allies, restoring 2.7% of their max HP per second for 10 seconds. And he's going to give some passive buffs here as well to your attack and your HP and your defense. Another good one is going to be this Pear Rabbit. He's going to grant self and allies minus 45% damage taken for 9 seconds, while increasing these jump speed, helix sleep, and sliding friction. So this is going to be a pretty good movement Geniemon to equip if you want to get through your stages really fast. So all these Geniemon are going to be pretty good. They're going to have different, obviously, elemental effects for different characters. So you kind of just want to go through and read them and see kind of what's going to work for each character for you. And yeah, I mean, the shiny ones are going to be a lot better, obviously. So just aim for the shinies and you should be good. Now let's rank the current best Geniemons you should aim for. In S tier, I put Broboxy for its insane AoE damage and detects chests and hidden spawns. Next, I put Mr. Goodnight because of his top tier healing and buffs. Then I'd have Pyro Elf, which gives you Pyro Bursts and multi-shot synergy. Then in the A tier, I put Umber Elf, which has strong skill synergy, Electra Elf, which restores sanity and boosts skill rate, and Pear Rabbit, which is a reliable damage reduction tank. So here's how to create a powerful, flexible Geniemon loadout. First, you're going to want to match elements, so an example would be Pyro with Pyro for synergy. Second will be swap to Explorers when farming. Third would be invest in high rarity companions. And fourth would be rotate setups before missions to adapt to enemies, which is simple but super effective. Next, I want to give out 5 tips that I think you guys should know. First tip would be Broboxy's chest detection, which also reveals hidden Geniemons nearby. Use it when farming new ones. Tip 2 would be certain Geniemons get small synergy bonuses when paired with characters of matching elements and weapon types, so experiment to find the sweet spot. Tip number 3 would be if you find duplicates, don't delete them immediately because they can be used for traits. Tip 4, traits can be crafted or purchased, so save your rare ones for legendary spawns. And tip 5, always test your setup. Text descriptions don't always tell how strong a Geniemon feels in live combat. If you want to farm Geniemon efficiently, you're going to want to focus on the Ice Lake, Rust Plains, and Sewer Zones. They have the highest wild spawn density. You're also going to want to equip Roboxy to mark hidden ones, and you're going to want to use your co-op runs to share Geniemon events. And don't forget, you can also unlock exclusive Geniemons from the Battle Pass. And that, my friends, is everything you need to know about Geniemons in Duet Night Abyss. From unlocking and capturing them to leveling, builds, and best picks, you're now ready to make your team stronger than ever. If this guide helped you out, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling me which Geniemon is your favorite. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.